just recapping the game, really pleased with the way our guys fought. You know, to get down in the hole 14-0, it just shows the resilience. I think when you hit adversity, you find out a lot about your team, and our character showed up, our resilience showed up, and then, you know, that fourth series, Dallas got it going with the screen, and then we went down and scored, and it got the ball rolling for us. So really good overall performance by everybody in that weather, in that type of environment. Really pleased with the way the guys fought.
What were the conversations like on the sideline when you went so run-heavy?
Well, nothing. It was just kind of like, hey, shoot, I think Quick said it best doing the radio broadcast. He said, let the big dogs eat. And that's what we did. And those guys were awesome up front. Miles ran hard, had great vision all game. Kelsey, Lane, Isaac, Sua, Driscoll stepped in there. Those guys played really hard, fought their butts off. It was good to see.
The Dallas and the screens, obviously that's been a productive play for you guys. What's so good about him after the catch?
Gosh, he's so strong and powerful, and he's got great vision. He's got great vision as a runner. He knows how when Kelsey gets out there and those guys get out there, he's got great vision to set those blocks get set up, and he sees it well, and he's so strong after the catch, and he's hard to take down.
You mentioned, Jack, losing Jordan so early. You put a lot on your tackles and typically don't have to give much. How much does that change things for you guys when you lose somebody like Jordan that early in the game?
Well, we have a lot of confidence in the backups, you know, and Jack stepped in, and credit to him, the work he's put in, and Stout does an unbelievable job getting those guys ready. You know, at any time your number is going to get called, and you got to be ready to go in and execute at a high level. And I think Sua and Jack did a hell of a job coming in there and doing what we need to do to win that football game.
What does it take for a player like Jack who can play kind of every position? What goes into that, and what kind of player does it take to be able to do that?
Well, I think you got to be prepared first and foremost, and then also you got to be an intelligent football player, you know, because there's a lot of moving parts when you play all positions. Like, you got to know the different schemes that are going into it, where you're at, where the double teams are happening, where the singles are happening, and he prepares his butt off. And like I said, Stout and Roy do a heck of a job getting those guys ready to play.
Shane, on the Manning cast last night, Jalen said that the three quarterbacks that you guys watch are Phillip Rivers, Andrew Luck, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Which, you know, Eli and Peyton seem to be a little surprised by.
Yeah.
Why those three guys? Like, if you're able to break each of them down.
Well, I think through the offseason, right, just the scheme we run in the pass game, a lot of those concepts carry over from my time and Nick's time with the Chargers, and then obviously Nick's time with Andrew Luck. You know, when you're putting in the offense and you're showing them the pass plays, a lot of those concepts carry over that we're still running in the pass game. So that's a lot of study that goes into it. Do we watch it as much during the season? No, not as much, because we're getting ready for our opponents. But that's kind of really what goes into it.
How about Brady? Is that somebody that you guys watch?
Yeah, that's someone he watches on his own. I mean, some of that stuff carries over too. Obviously, there's always carryover when you're watching tape, different teams. So, you know, he's one of the best to ever do it. So it's a good guy to study.
What have you seen so far when it comes to the Cardinals' front seven, and how do you think the offensive line, especially with the uncertainty with a couple of guys being on the offensive line, how you guys think
it's a good group up front. You know, Watt still leads that crew. Allen's playing good football right now. You know, Simmons, the linebacker they got from Clemson, he can run around. It's a really good group. They're very multiple in what they do defensively. They give you a lot of different looks that we got to be prepared for. But it'll be a good challenge for us, one we're looking forward to.
Shane, Kenneth Gainwell scores a lot of touchdowns for a guy who doesn't have a lot of touches. When you talk about a nose for the end zone, what goes into that? What makes him able to take advantage of those opportunities?
I think he's just got a really good feel, you know, and then obviously it starts up front with the offensive line, but then, you know, he's got good vision, good power. He's strong when he gets the ball in his hands. The touchdown run he had, I think it was 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 11 or at the 11-yard line or whatever it was. But that play, when he scored there, it was an unbelievable job by the left side of the lawn. They brought a stunt and the pass off on that left side, and then the double team on the front side with the stunt they were bringing. It was unbelievable up front, and then he had a great knack at hitting the hole and going and get it.
A prominent list came out that I identified you as the top head coaching candidate in the league. What's your reaction to that, A, and B, how much in your career have you kind of set aside things thinking about that opportunity?
Honestly, my reaction to that is I'm focused on the Arizona Cardinals right now. That's all we care about is getting to 5-0. That's all we're worried about. Not worried about any of that stuff right now. We're getting ready to play football.
Yesterday, Nick was talking about 4th down, and I'm sure you saw, he said, I trust Jalen, I trust Jalen, I trust Jalen. How much, and you just talked about Phillip Rivers, Andrew Luck, how much does the quarterback's understanding of the offense make you trust him more in those high leverage situations?
Yeah, I think that's huge. There's so much trust there with Jalen right now. He's playing really, really, really good football right now. And when you're playing that good football, you have a lot of trust in your players. And we got good players surrounded around him, offensive line, the receivers, and he's seeing it well. And when you're seeing it well, like he's seeing it well, there's a lot of trust there, and we're going to go out and make plays.
What about trust in when he needs to either protect himself or willing to kind of take on a linebacker at the goal line?
Yeah, I think there's a happy medium there, but I think when it's fourth down, and we got to go get it, like he ain't going to back down, and he's going to go get it, and that's what he did. You know, we had the 3rd and goal at the 16, and he took off and got us down to fourth and goal at the 4. Called the pass play there. They zoned everything off, and he saw a lane, and he went and got it. So I think he knows the situation that we're in. When we need to go get it, he'll go get it, and he needs to be smart when it doesn't call for that situation.
What goes into those end-of-half scenarios from a game planning perspective?
There's a lot that goes into it. I'll tell you what, head coach Nick, he does an unbelievable job putting us through those situations daily. We talk about it as a staff. We walk through it all the time. I mean, we spent, I can't even tell you how many hours on Friday talking about these situations. We were in that staff room grinding away. So when they come up, no one flinches. Like, no one flinched. Like, every situation that comes up, it's like, boom, here it is. Let's go. You guys good? And there's so much conviction with everybody in those situations that it's time to go.
One more question about Driscoll. Had he taken any reps at left tackle before Andre got hurt? Is this a relatively new thing for him?
Yeah, no, I think throughout camp and all those things, like I said, Stout gets him ready to play all positions. And so being a smart football player that he is and understanding the scheme we're running offensively, he's prepared to play all of them, and he's done a nice job.
As far as Miles is concerned, is he doing anything differently this year? As far as running his style or anything like that?
No, I think he's continuing to do what he does. He had a heck of a game. I think he averaged, 5 yards a pop. And then the biggest thing was, the most thing I was pleased with him and the rest of the offense was the ball security. The ball security in that game was at a premium. I know we had the one interception, but besides that, to not have any fumbles in that situation, in that game with that weather, I mean, that's a testament to the guys understanding how ball security is that important. And we talk about it more than any place I've ever talked about it here. It is all day, every day, and it's all about the ball. And he did a heck of a job holding on to that thing, and so did everybody else.
You talk about Jalen's touchdown, how they zoned it off and he ran. When you're designing plays, are you designing them with his scrambling ability in mind? Like, if they do this, then this will open, or is that all his feel?
I think that happens naturally. Sometimes, depending on the certain coverage, not getting into schematics of it, there's sometimes where they do match it up. Sometimes the holes are bigger, and they zone that play off, and he saw a lane and he got it.
So when Jalen is part of a collision like that, like near the goal line, what's that like to watch from your perspective?
That's a good question. He scored, so it was like, heck yeah, and then make sure he's all right. And he got up and he bounced up, so it was good.
Nick talks a lot about the passing game and you and Kevin and Nick and getting everything together, but the running game and Stout's part of that. When does that kind of come together in the game planning process when you guys sort of mesh the two
Yeah, we
together?
mesh it up. So that started yesterday, and we get together. Last night we got together for a while. Pass game guys going through their things, Stout's going through it, and then we come together and we marry everything up, and then that process goes through in the morning. We just finished that stuff up a little bit as we're still going through it, and we're just marrying things up. It's a great process we got going, one that I truly believe in, and it's been working. We got to continue that.
You mentioned the interception. It looked like maybe the wind caught that ball a little bit and hung up. Did that affect your approach the rest of the way to what you wanted to do?
No, not at all. Plays like that are going to happen throughout the game. They're going to happen throughout the season, and you got to overcome those things and bounce back and respond, and our guys did. And there was no sense of panic on that sideline. I mean, it was unbelievable. It goes back to the preparation part of everything we talk about. The guys were so calm on the sideline. Coaches, it was like, hey, here we go. We're fine. Let's go. Let's go make a play.
But did you think, it's going to be hard to make those kinds of throws?
I did not. I did not. And then, like I said, as it got it going in the second half, we started running it good. I think we ran it 50 times, 4.5 yards a pop. And again, it was a testament to those guys up front, the backs, everybody. I mean, it was solid.
A few weeks ago, Nick spoke about the benefit that the offense has on fourth down situations, is that they go into third down knowing that it's four down territory. The other day, how many of those situations, I guess, did you call third down knowing that fourth down you go for it?
Yeah, like I said, that's the preparation part of it. We know that going into the game, when that's going to come up, and those are obviously talked about as the series is going. Be ready for this situation to come up, and we go from there. Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.